You know you should be glad. With a love like that, you know you should be glad. With a love like that, you know you should be glad.
Hi, how are you doing?
Why do I keep getting guitars with multiple strings on them, David? How lucky we've all been to have another beautiful night to perform, huh? Look at this beautiful night. Hopefully we got a few more in us. Nights, that is. You know, school's coming. A little crispness in the air, but not tonight. Hello again. I saw some people coming late. It reminded me of a Beatles story. You did? Yes. You know, many years ago, the Beatles had two people who were very influential in their life. One was Brian Epstein, who was their manager, and the other was George Martin, who was their musical director. Well, those of you who might remember way back when, before most of you were born, Brian Epstein was a very prim and proper, prissy Englishman. And he decided to take the Beatles and turn them into pretty boys. You know, the Beatles used to wear leather coats, leather pants, things like that. And so he made the Beatles, you know, dress up in suits and ties. And you remember at the end of their performances, they always used to bow. And Brian Epstein was so particular that he made John Lennon, those of you who are guitar fans, Luke, you'll appreciate this, John Lennon's guitar was a 325 Rickenbacker, and it was a blonde color. And Brian Epstein says, well, you have to paint it black, you know, so it would match your suit. And so, of course, John did. Well, anyway, their first meeting with Brian Epstein, John was there a touch late, and Pete Best was actually there because Ringo wasn't in the band yet, those of you who remember. And George was there, but Paul wasn't there. Now, Paul is a pretty important part of the band, so after about a half an hour, this is a true story, you know, Brian Epstein said, where is Paul? And so George said, you know, I'll give him a ring. So he rings him at home, and Paul says, well, you know, I'm taking a bath. And so, you know, he says, well, we have this meeting with Brian Epstein. So he says to Brian, he says, Brian, Paul is taking a bath. And Brian says, well, he's going to be very late. And George says, yes, but he'll be very clean. It was funny when I heard it. Oh, well.